What is up, people? I've got a new video, this time featuring Jordan Peterson. Let's see what he's saying.
You tell people that you love how to avoid the road to hell. And you don't do that because you're shaking your finger at them or because you're a moral authority. You do it because you don't want them to burn. I think there's too much of the moral authority still, not enough of the love that helps people avoid.
Why is he crying over this? Now, maybe there's a lot more to that context. Maybe there was something else in that video that made him all emotional. But what's the point of getting emotional to convey your message? Are people going to be more receptive to your message based on your emotionality? I don't understand. And forget all that. Let's just talk about the words he said, the content of what he said. He said that it's because he doesn't want people to burn in hell that he's telling people to do certain stuff or not to do certain stuff, and not because he's a moral authority wagging his finger at them. What makes you so sure that people are going to burn in hell? Where is the evidence for that? Jordan Peterson, from what I've seen, he's very much a Christian apologist, but he's a little more evidence-minded from what I've seen. He would never say such a thing. I have no idea. Recently, I think he's taken a very hyper-Christian, orthodox Christian kind of role, but maybe a couple of years back, he's more evidence-minded, still conservative, still Christian thinking, but he's still evidence-minded, is what I understood. But where is the evidence that you're going to burn in hell? So we've got one more clip here, again featuring Jordan Peterson. Let's see what he's saying this time.
Do we need God to make sense of life?
Absolutely not. That will do for an answer.
Well, God is what you use to make sense of your life, by definition. This is one of the things I learned from Jung. You have a hierarchy of values. You have to. Otherwise, you can't act or you're painfully confused. You have a hierarchy of values. Whatever is at the top of that hierarchy of values serves the function of God.
See, all these things about hierarchy of values and all, I agree with all of that. People must have a hierarchy of values. Like, people must value some things over some other things. That's what he means by hierarchy of values. I agree with all that. Where I lose him is when he says what's at the top. What is God to you? Let's see the whole of what he's saying and then I'll comment.
For you. Now, it may be a God that you don't believe in or a God that you can't name, but it doesn't matter. Because it's God for you. And what you think about God has very little impact on how God is acting within you. Whatever God it is that you happen to be, let's say, following.
So what he basically said is that for you, whatever is at the top of whatever you find most valuable is God. The thing is, that's a very, very deistic definition of God. The problem is a lot of people who have a very literal understanding of the term God take Jordan Peterson's words, and when he uses the same word God to describe what he's saying in a metaphorical sense, people take him literally and they will do whatever they do with their idea of God, which is all the negative aspects of religion. All that spreads a lot. There lies the main problem with people like Jordan Peterson and other Christian apologetics, because they have a very sophisticated definition for what they mean by God, but people who have very simplistic definitions of what they understand by God associate or find validation in Jordan Peterson. And because Jordan Peterson is acclaimed in certain aspects, in certain areas, people find validation in what he says. Hey, look at him. Smart person believes in God. So my belief in God is perfectly justified. And then they go on committing all sorts of atrocities in the name of their religion, in the name of their God, whatever. So that is the one huge criticism against Jordan Peterson. And also, he didn't answer his question. How does this mean that we need God to make sense of our lives? How does that mean that? Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.